Simone's, but obviously I prefer my family more, right? So I started leaking some shit, and I've been leaking shit about them. And Marty wasn't best pleased with it, to say the least. And basically, he gave me an ultimatum last night because he was pissed. And basically said, either I stop campaigning for Lang, or I get blooded out. And Ming basically was there. Ming was saying, I don't think that's fair. I think that... And I just basically explained how us sitting in the middle...
So, no. So he said if you don't stop campaigning for Lang, he'll blood you out?
Yeah. Because, but there's a reason for that. And I understand the reason, okay? I don't want it to be like, oh, Ziki is so naive, blah, blah, blah. I understand why, okay? Because if it cut... You know, me tweeting shit about the Simones and fucking with the Simones can cause grave consequences, right? We all know what the Simones capable of.
Right.
But he obviously don't want it to come back on you guys and the gang, which I didn't either, which is why I made a pact with Nick. I said, listen, no matter what happens, this is between me and you, and it's not between... GG never comes into this. And obviously, he agreed. He was fine with that. You never know, right? And then I started, obviously, doing more campaigning. And then I was hanging out with Ash yesterday, and I got kidnapped by two blacked out people. They robbed Ash, and they put me in the car, and they took us to a beach. And they were basically saying how, yo, this is what you get for shooting our gang and robbing our gang. And I was like, well, what gang are you? Like, why are you saying all this? And you're not even in a gang. Like, who are you representing? You're blacked out. Like, what are you representing? Like, what's the point in this? And they wouldn't say who they were, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, oh, you're so cool, man. You're shooting unarmed people that have nothing to do with anything. And you're not saying who you are. Like, what is that? What kind of a person does that make you? Then he shot Ash once and was like, that's the kind of person it makes me. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I was like, okay. I get your point. Whatever. And then he shot her down, like, in front of me. I was like, yeah, that's because I can. And then they got in their car and drove off. And then we found out it was Seaside. And then we had a meeting yesterday with Seaside about it. And they were basically saying, oh, we're so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'll give you 100K. Like, I didn't know it was you. Just, they lied. They knew it was me the whole time, but obviously they didn't want the conflict, right?
How would they not know it's you? Like, it was like...
Yeah, I was in the gang. He knew it was me 100%. They just made up some bullshit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. How would they not know it's you, right? How would they not know? Like,
exactly.
Would you masked up or anything? Like,
no. I mean, no. It's just because I didn't have I had a hat on, right? But I mean, they're still talking to me. They know who I am, right? Dragon knows who I am, and that's why they were willing to pay.
I don't see like how they wouldn't know it's you when it's Seaside, right? Like, I obviously used to be a part of Seaside, right? So like, I can't. Bro.
Yeah, which is fair, which is understandable, right? I mean, whatever, we did it there. Then Marty obviously wanted to word me down on the thing, basically give me the ultimatum of, you know, stop campaigning for Lang or get blooded out. And then Ming threw a life bone, and then Ming was like, well, no, I don't think that's fair because it doesn't come back to the gang. Ming said, if you can campaign, do whatever the fuck you want to do, but if it comes back to the gang, you know, that's on you. And I was like, yeah, that's fair enough. And then I started speaking to Marty a bit, and I was basically telling him how sitting in the sideline does nothing, you know? He can try to stay neutral as much as he wants, but being neutral is the worst case scenario that you can be in this term, right? Because no matter what he does, he loses friends, he loses allies, and he loses everything. By just staying neutral and doing nothing, right? Whereas if he picks a side, actually starts supporting the right people, he actually gains more. He was like, yeah, that's true.
Okay, to your point, you're not wrong. Like, if you're neutral, you gain nothing, right? But you also kind of lose nothing. Well, at the same time, like, if you support someone, like, you're gonna gain, right? I mean, what does he lose?
Well, say Osvaldo does win, or someone wins like that, you never know what they can do, right? One day they could just say, oh, you know, fuck this gas station, fuck this whatever, we don't want to hear no more.
But they wouldn't have a reason, though, right?
But you never know, right? You never know.
Okay, but that's like, okay, I get what you're saying, but like, if he's not going directly against them, then they don't really have a reason to say, oh, fuck this gas station, right?
Don't have a reason, but you know how it is in this city. Some people find a reason. They'll find a reason. One sour thing goes sour, then, you know, it's a lose. So it was a lose-lose. Ming agreed. And I said to him, basically, this is the perfect opportunity for you to mend relationships, right? Dwelling over stupid shit that happened in the past is never a good thing. And you can gain good allies, gain good relations with this. And Ming also agreed. And basically, we started talking, went on. And then Marty and Ming basically said, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. We're choosing Lang's side. We're helping out Cerberus. And then Marty started to put the gas to $1 for Lang votes. Started tweeting out, fuck the Simones, fuck this, fuck that. And basically said, yeah, if you know, we're down. We're helping this side. So, in retrospect, I think he means if you want to help Hydra, and those gangs start, JP, if those gangs start fucking with us, don't be afraid to fucking retaliate.
What do you mean by help Hydra, though? Like, wait.
Well, say if those gangs start bringing you into it or start fucking you over.
Oh, you mean like that? Okay.
Then it's you fucking go with Hydra. You go ride with Hydra. You go do whatever you need to help win.
Listen. I don't know if Marty said that. I am never riding with Hydra. We do not need Hydra. Listen, if anyone fucks with us, we do not need Hydra to back us up to ride on anyway.
I'm saying that would be your ally. You don't ride with them, but you ride on their side. That's what I'm saying. Because that's the side it is. It's CG, Hydra, and Cerberus. That's the side. And that's the side Marty chose.
So now it's GG, CG, Hydra, and Cerberus.
If they choose to get you involved, yes.
Well, I don't see a problem. Okay,
I don't see it as, okay, I see it as like maybe all those gangs have the same they want the same thing, right? They want Lang to win. But I don't see them as being all together. Like, listen, if someone comes after Hydra, I am not backing up Hydra. They can deal with their own fucking beef. If someone comes after us, we're not asking anyone for help. It's everyone just wants the same outcome. I wouldn't say everyone's in the same group.
That's not the point. That's the whole point. There's a side. Marty picked the side. Too late whether you like it or not. That's the side he chose to pick. That's the side Ming wanted to go with as well. Ming wants to help CG, and if that's the way you mend a relationship, that's how you mend a relationship. That's what it was. It's not like you go out there and start fucking fighting with Hydra, you start fighting with CG. I'm not saying that. I'm saying,
but the way you said it the first time, I got it.
Okay, maybe I missaid it.
You said ride with Hydra.
It's more like, right? It's more like, oh, they need something instead of being like, fuck Hydra. And they're like, okay, maybe I'll help them out with that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, I'll sell them guns and stuff, but other than that, I'm not doing much more, right? Like,
well, so it's basically the same because we've never really been like fuck Hydra before. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, some of us have.
No, you guys say that.